Now let's see the first part, understanding artificial intelligence through human intelligence. Before we get to know about AI, first we need to learn about what is human intelligence. The human intelligence has three main parts. One is the input and processor and output. For example, if I want to pick this pen from the table, my eyes will see the pen. This is the input. My eyes will act as an input and then it sends the image to the brain that acts as a processor. And my processor will process the image and then it will gives the command to the hand to take the pen. So this called as the output. How it's actually working. For example, brain wants to signal to the hand to pick the pen. There are a lot of neurons in the hand, so that the brain through the hand, all the neurons connected and act as a neural network, and then brain send the message to the hand as an electrical conductivity or electrical signal. The neurons will takes the message from brain to the hand, so that hand picks up the pen. So this is the kind of neurons act as a messengers that will take the message from one part to the other part. So through this way, input, processor, output, we can do any activity at any time. Like this, there are a lot of input sources. For example, tongue to taste, nose to smell, and ears to hear, and eyes to see. Like that, lot of input comes to the human body, and then brain as the centralized processor, and then lot of output action. Sometimes it can be human physical activity, sometimes we speak, sometimes we translate, sometimes we draw, sometimes we generate. Lot of output activity will happen inside the human intelligence. So these are the three main parts in human intelligence. Now let's dive into how AI is similar to the human intelligence. As we learned, there are three parts: input, output, and middle processor. In the same way, artificial intelligence also has three main parts. What is the input, processor, and output? Input, as we say, for human being, ear and nose and tongue and everything. For artificial intelligence, it's all about the data, different kind of data, image data, video data, text data, and what else? Audio data. So like the different data as an input for artificial intelligence, centralized CPU, centralized processing unit, or graphical processing unit, GPU, this act as the centralized processor part. And then output, same like human being, the output of AI can also predict, classify, generate, translate. Whatever human does, AI also can do the same thing with help of robots, with help of processor, with help of some kind of audio output, with help of some kind of data generating unit, and then lot of activities can do related to the human being. So that when we take the artificial intelligence, the input part is all about the image, text, video, and audio. Processing unit is about CPU and GPU, and then output will be prediction, classification, generation, translation, etc. So this is the similarities between the human intelligence and the artificial intelligence. Now let's talk about what are the each different fields are there in artificial intelligence. We all know that there are some major fields, for example machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision, data science, and generative AI. How it is similar to the human intelligence? As I said, human does lot of different output activity like classification, prediction, generation, translation, and etc. The similar way, each field focuses on one activity. For example, when it takes to machine learning, as we know that we are a kid, we don't know anything much. When we are growing up, we will learn from the experience. In same way, machine learning has some kind of data and kind of model which trained, and then day by day it will learn from its previous experiences. This is called machine learning. This is one of the field. And then second part is all about deep learning. For example, we know the regular person and the medical surgery expert is not the same. For example, the medical doctor who is experienced in particular field, for example, if we show him a CT scan or MRI scan, he can able to identify the what disease this person has. In the same way, there are expertise in machine learning and deep learning. For example, in the same way, machine learning is kind of the common normal person kind of learning, and deep learning is the deep level of learning, like that medical doctor does. For example, if you want to learn deep thing, for example, understanding CT scans, MRI scans, and lot of images, like deep learning is needed, right? as I said, for the deep level of thinking and deep level learning, deep learning is evolved. So deep learning takes care of like image kind of classification, like understanding CT scans, MRI scan, different kind of classification kind of task. These are all taken care by deep learning. And then when it comes to computer vision, for example, deep learning is the classification part, but I want to detect where is the exact camera is located, where is my light is located, where is my pen is located, exact location. If I want to segregate, segment or locate, then I have to use the technology called computer vision. And then what about NLP? And if you take natural language processing, I understand English, Hindi, Tamil or some language. For example, if I want to translate, I want to store and translate, like I want to speak, I want to hear, like that, understanding the language and translating the language, this all part comes under the natural language processing field. And then generative AI, if I want to generate a text, if I want to draw an image, if I want to draw, like make video, whatever kind of generation we do, in same way generative AI will take care of the generation part, generation of image, text, like video, audio, etc. And then data science, like for example, when we see lot of data, for example, if I have a supermarket, like last 2 years of sales data, we will do lot of calculation and we will understand what is the overall sales and what is the wastages and what are the periods that are high sales, what are the periods is low sales, and we will understand lot of useful information from the data, right? In the same way, to get the useful information from the data science is required. Like in terms of stock market data, in terms of supermarket data, any business intelligence data, for any kind of a group of bunch of data science is used to extract the useful information using lot of different tools. So these are the different fields of AI. Now we saw about what are the major 6 fields in AI, and now we will get to know about what is a common architecture, common flow is used in developing an AI model in each fields. In all the 6 fields, one of the common flow is maintained to develop an AI model. So let me summarize it. For example, developing an AI model which is very similar to cooking the food. Let me explain in a easier way. For example, when we are cooking the food, what we do, we will go and collect the fruits and different kind of items from the different kind of shops, right? In the same way, like for training an AI model, we have to collect the data from the different part. Sometimes it will be only one, like a Kaggle, it's a one data set store kind of thing, and then sometimes Google and different data sources. We have to collect the data, that is we call it a data set. So which is similar in both things. And what happens when we purchase the vegetables and everything, we will do kind of cleaning. We directly will not go and cook it, right? We will cut the vegetable, we will clean it, and then we will slice it. Lot of process comes in, no? That's where in AI is called data pre-processing. After collection of data, we will clean it. We will use lot of pre-processing techniques. For example, like resizing the images into same size, and then maintain the aspect ratio, and then if there is any like missing fields in the, we will correct it. And then if you want to take any features, like we don't need entire like a data as such, we want only take the specific feature from the data, like that whatever the like processing we does before going to training, that we call it as the data pre-processing. Same like in cooking, cleaning, cutting, slicing, etc. So both are similar here also. And then third part is about the training. So like while we cooking the food in cooking field, we after cleaning everything, we'll put it in some kind of bowl or something, and then we will start cooking it, right? In same thing in AI, it's about like training the model. So while training, we know that like sometime it may train as we expected, sometime it will not train as we expected, right? In same like cooking also, you have to validate. Sometime to check the salt, to check the pepper, what we do, we will take some sip of like food or something, we will taste it. If everything okay, we'll go with it, or else we will add some more salt, some more pepper, like that we will do some kind of optimization with the food, right? In same like in artificial intelligence, we have to check whether the output what we got, it's what we expected. If not, we will be using lot of optimization technique. There are like optimizer called SGD, Adam, different optimizers are there. It will take care of fine tuning the model to better train it. So in same way, now similar that better training will happen at the middle stage. After that, what happens in cooking, like after what we expected cooked well, we will take it and then we will serve it to others, right? we will store some places and then we will serve it other place, right? At the same way in artificial intelligence, after training is done, validation is done, and then we will store the model, that we call it as a model storage, and then like serving in cooking style, no? Here we will do the inference, like we will be like running it in like a GPU server or local CPU or edge server. We will be running that model. For example, if we trained a model to identify like a lung, if the person has a lung disease or not with the help of CT scans, no? Then like if you give one person CT scan, that model can able to recognize whether the person has pneumonia or not, whether the person has COVID or not. That kind of prediction will happen at the inference level. So this is the total similarities between the human cooking the food and people are generating an AI model for different fields. This is a common architecture flow is maintained in the each and every field, and only the training part is there, no? Different kind of architecture will come with respect to the each field. For example, it's a machine learning, deep learning, NLP or data science or any kind generative AI. Each fields have different kind of architecture, kind of algorithm that will come into the exact place that makes the each field differ. So this is what like how we people develop an AI model and serve to the world. So this is the overall architecture and flow we learned today. Now I hope you learned that how artificial works through human intelligence. So next we will dive into the each field in detail. Thank you.